It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spring.
This is what I'm talking about. NFL playoffs at Lambeau Field with a snowstorm camped out over the upper Midwest. Let's go. It's time for some great football in Green Bay. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll run with Edmonds again. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. Returnable here from the 38. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Pollard going to try the right side. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give them the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because
possibly.
I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 40-yard line.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
On play action, Rodgers. Open man left side, it's the tight end, Tunyon. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11.
26. Over here. Get 300. Get 300.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 46 yards. And the Packers will strike first here in this wild card matchup. They always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. That burst good for 20 and a first down. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game of the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Here's Pollard again. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now it's Fields. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 33. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He put that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. On 4th down, Fields. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Packers are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there at one spot and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
On 2nd down, it's Wallace. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. There.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll run on 1st down. Wallace. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 12, operating from the 39. Here's Rodgers. He'll complete this one to Watson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. From the 44, Rodgers. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Hey, 88.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. Here's Pat O'Donnell on now to punt it away. Taking it about the 16. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that play did on the last one.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Going to run again here with Pollard. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Packers! Romeo Doubs, 52 yards. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Taken at about the 1. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around.
Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, the ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
On first down, it's Wallace, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl.
Hey, take 26.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. Touchdown. Christian Watson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 40. Now a give here to Pollard. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. On 2nd and 11 now. Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Off play action, Fields. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And that will line up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this will stay a 3-touchdown game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up a great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with great starting field position up near the 50, they might be one completion away from stealing a late field goal here. Rodgers now on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Fields on 1st down. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Fields. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. A shotgun snap, Fields. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They snap it to Fields. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14. Fields throwing again. Got a man open. It's Chase. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Throwing again on second down. Fields. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Fields now to throw. And the ball is knocked out, and the Packers pick it up. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
We've got plenty of weather here today. We've got some snow going on, and they've come out of a dome. And there have been two ways of getting ready for this. Some have said, don't worry about the weather. Just practice in your normal conditions and handle it on game day. And others have said, find some weather, find some conditions somewhere, and try and get ready. What do you think?
Well, whatever the preparation there, the snow causing the fumble. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Right back to him on first down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A nice run right there. And we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll run on first down. Wallace. And down to the 36-yard line here. 75 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Wallace, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They're going to run the jet sweep on third down. And he's got room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Final minute now in the third quarter. To throw is Rodgers. He's able to find Wallace. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, here's Dillon. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
One quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Up and good for Santoso. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to...
Now a hit and a loose football. Past midfield, look out. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Fields. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Cowboys are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at Jerome Barrow. We're pretty darn good.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Back north.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Packers. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
This is caught inside the 15. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Here's Fields. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jake Ferguson, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Fields trying to throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend.
26.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, you block over here.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons, his 2nd sack of the night.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Fields. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And some room to work. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 139 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the 2nd round. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Wallace, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 2nd down now, it's Wallace, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now a man open down the middle of the field. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Looking to throw again on second down. Fields, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jamar Chase, 33 yards. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
And that touchdown puts us in a position.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So they called it a touchdown originally. This will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
The extra point up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So down a couple scores, only one timeout left. You figure they have to get this one. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Hey, 88.
On first down, Wallace. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. In motion left goes a tight end. It's Wallace.
157 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Now Rodgers. Oh, he's going to go for it all.
And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up fourth down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll come on for his fifth kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
The Cowboys take over first down at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Packers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
They find some open field here. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. And that run has to be so deflating for the defense. They needed the stop. That might put the icing on the cake.
Perfect word for it, because when an offense grinds a defense down and kind of takes the heart from them, and you see them start to sag, no better feeling for the team running the football.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
The Packers are moving on as we say thanks for watching and so long.
Why would I ever have to cop a tree in a game when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacais, dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrive. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm, making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused, spoiled little boys, y'all better keep